Are you craving a local neighborhood family sports bar and grill in the heart of Tempe? Then look no further than 5-Star Dive Bar and Grill, located at 1807 East Baseline Road, number 101, on the corner of McClintock and Baseline on the southeast corner. At 5-Star, we have everything you're looking for in a neighborhood bar and grill, including signature burgers and sandwiches to dive bar appetizers, hot dogs, and more. With 3 pool tables, 2 dartboards, and several arcade games, we have everything for foodies and gamers too. But most of all, we have 48 TVs and not a bad seat in the house or patio, so you will never miss a moment of your favorite team or fighters. So come check us out today and have your new neighborhood bar and grill tomorrow. Come see yourself today at 5-Star Dive Bar and Grill.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 3rd episode of the King of the Game podcast. I'm your host, AC. We got Chuck producing as always. I'm with my guest today here, Damon Williams. What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man, we were excited to have you on the podcast. This is something that we've been working out with your dad for a little bit now. But, everybody that's watching the podcast, we appreciate all the support. Make sure that you follow us on social media at KOTG Media, as well as on YouTube at King of the Game. It's only going to get better from here. So we're excited to have D on the show. D, what's up, man? Let's just get into it. What's the outlook for Basha this year, man?
The outlook right now, I feel like we can go undefeated, win state. That's what I feel like with the new additions that we have and some of the core pieces that we have building up. I think we'll be good.
Okay, because Cole came on here in the last episode and said, Basha running the table, taking the ship. Is that the feeling?
Too.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Okay. Man, it's been a crazy year for you. Obviously, as a freshman last year, you were able to put in some work for the Basha Bears. Talk about that experience starting for varsity as a freshman.
The first couple of games was a little bit rocky. It's weird trying to get introduced into that type of atmosphere. Like, you don't even have to play against nobody like D1, I guess. But like, just being in a varsity atmosphere is a lot different than freshman or youth.
Were you nervous or was like
very nervous until probably after that Corona game is when I kind of like filled into myself.
Do you feel it? Go ahead. Was it a hit or was it like you were balling out?
It wasn't like hit. It was just like I just realized that we had to start winning because we 0-2. Like, if we didn't start winning, then it would have went downhill bad.
Did you find any difficulty in commanding the locker room as a freshman?
Not much. When I was in youth, I still knew some of the players, so we still went to go work out and stuff. So it wasn't like I was just walking into a random program.
You feel like your game gave you the respect, or you feel like it was part of your game and then your demeanor, or do you feel like you just...
I feel like it was more my game because I'm not a very talkative dude. Like, in the locker room, I don't really use my voice a lot, but when others see what you're doing, then they kind of just go with it.
And they just respect it and they just followed? That's smooth.
So you a man of not many words, but when you talk, everybody listens.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as like championship, was that already on your mind before the transfers came in?
Yeah. I think that we have a higher percent chance than we did before they came, but like there's also little pieces that we have that aren't talked about, like Duran Da, we have Josh Sink, Logan Fuller, like people that no one really knows, but they're going to be able to do some things this year.
Talk about like some of the players that that you currently play with and your relationship with them. How do you do like relationship building as the leader of the team?
Yeah, we hang out all the time. Like, even outside of football, it never has to be about football. It's just we cool people. So like if anything ever does happen, we still close.
So you close with all your teammates?
Yeah.
Every single one of them?
Pretty much.
So talk about some of this stuff that you set up. Like, is it like game night, like Madden, or what's going on? What's like, the competition looking like?
We really just go to Miles' house. We just kick it. we don't really be going like out or like doing stuff over the top. Just hanging out, just being in each other's presence.
I definitely want to touch on college recruiting. Obviously, your recruiting got started very, very early, right? How many offers do you currently have?
I have 9 offers right now.
And how is that process? Is it like demanding? Is it draining? Is it annoying? Like,
I mean, some of it can be a little bit like on the edge because some schools could show interest but never pull the trigger. But at the end of the day, it's 4 years of doing it, so you can't be like stuck up on 1 year. Like, even though I have the 9 that I do right now, I'm not like satisfied necessarily.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what is it going to take? We asked this to Cole. Like, what is it going to take for a school to get you to commit to that school?
Just the love. Like, I don't want to go to a school where I'm just another player. Like, I want to be the face of that city, of that school.
What's the first thing you want to know when you go? What's the first thing you want to know about a university that you might play at?
The atmosphere.
Like what it's like?
What they have to offer.
Just for you specifically or for everyone?
For me.
Dang, okay. So are you thinking about committing early? Are you going to try to milk it out as much as possible?
I don't know. I don't know yet, but, I mean, I'd like to commit my junior going into senior year, but I've seen it's a little trend for quarterbacks now to start committing sophomore into junior, so we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely see that because it helps, kind of not only – it's not to say that you're like anyone's afraid of competition if you commit late, but committing early lets other quarterbacks know, like, I'm here. Like, if you commit, then we're going to go one-on-one. We're going to go at it, during practice. Very competitive atmosphere, which is also good as well. As long as, you're not, coming up like Tate Martell at Ohio State.
It's different.
Yeah, that one's a little bit weird. But yeah, I think it's definitely an exciting thing. Talk about the 7-on-7 because I know that D1, that also put a lot of notice and attention on you as well. Like, talk about that experience.
Yeah, I mean, we've been running D1 since we was 8, 9 years old. It's just now getting big because the bigger pieces that we added, especially with the 7-on-7 circuit, being able to knock off some tough teams, it really put us on the map more.
What do you enjoy more about a 7-on-7 than pads?
I don't really it's just like more freedom to just have fun. Like when you score, it just feels more relieving because like I think that it's harder to score in a sevens game than it will be in a tackle game.
Why?
Just because you have to have the quarterback to be able to put in the spot. You have to have the receivers to be able to run the route. You have to play against a good defense that you only get 4 seconds to throw against in a zone or a man, which is why I feel like it's always harder to play against Chandler.
So that's why the celebrations are so extra in 7-on-7s is because you feel like it's more difficult to score?
Yeah, no, and it's just more fun than pads. Like pads is more strict on that type of stuff. The sevens they're more free to it.
They're more lenient. Yeah, it's clear. It seems like y'all having more fun. When I saw me and Chuck were at the sevens at the battle tournament, I think it was in Glendale.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, that kid's the real deal. Now it looked like y'all were actually having fun out there. So I was impressed personally. That's why I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, what name like a team that you were able to beat in sevens that was like very satisfying.
I don't know. Probably FSP. FSP, they brung a lot of powerhouse kids, and I already knew who was on the team. And when I was younger, I wanted to play for the team, so it was just like, it was just cool.
Yeah, that one was in other people's minds like a huge upset, obviously, right? Because they had all those guys you were talking about, and I think that was like the moment where like everybody was like, "Damn, D1 is like, they're legit, but like they're here."
Yeah.
Right. So that was a big one. I know that there was a lot of talk during the game, and I was excited to watch the highlights. So for those of you that have not watched the highlights, you can find it somewhere on YouTube. I don't have the clip.
Oh, my
they're
fault.
on YouTube,
Nah, don't roll the clip.
No, they're on there. But yeah, man, talk about just like getting into football. Like what brought you to football?
I can't really remember. Like, to be honest, when I was younger, it was just like it was football or really nothing else. Like, it's still like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just football just came naturally.
When did you start like playing football?
Like kindergarten.
And you always play quarterback?
No, I started off playing running back, and then as I got older, I ended up playing quarterback because our teams never really had a quarterback, and I was the only one that was really capable of just throwing. So I ended up playing quarterback, and then I played defense, and that was pretty much it. And then when I got into 8th grade, I started playing for the champions, and they told me that if I want to play quarterback, I can't play defense. So I had to make up my mind if I wanted to play defense or quarterback.
What position you play on defense?
Corner or safety.
And you really liked it?
Yeah, it was smooth.
But you were totally okay with giving it up to play quarterback?
Yes. Because I was already training with Gio since I was like 5th grade. So if I just like stopped, it just wouldn't feel right.
Now, was there any other, like, did your dad also have some input on like what position to play? Because I know he does train DBs, but I'm sure that kind of hurt to see you go from DB to QB.
Yeah, I mean, not really, because I've been training with Gio for a long time, and he was just telling me that like I have a chance to be a big name kid at quarterback, so I don't have to do that and play DB if I don't want to.
Yeah, and Gio, for those of you that don't know, that's Mike Giovando is the quarterback trainer in Arizona, one of the best in the nation. Has had some great quarterbacks come out of that program and that camp that he runs with Elevate Quarterback Academy. Talk about Gio's influence and assistance in building and developing your quarterback skills.
I just felt like it was always competition, and if you are messing up or you're new to Gio, then he will pull you aside and show you how to throw the football or how the mechanics should be. But then from that point on, it's up to you on how hard you work to be the best that you can be.
No, definitely. I think during my times at Gio's practices, he's very vocal. So if you make a wrong throw, he's going to call you out in front of everybody, right? Yeah. Which is going to make you want to do better and kind of it's like a friendly competition at Gio's thing. So that's always a great experience. Like, that's always a great experience.
I was just going back to the DB thing. Do you feel like playing other positions helped you be a better quarterback? Or do you feel like you understand the quarterback position a little bit more because you played other positions?
I feel like I do. I do understand the quarterback position a little bit more just because I know where the defensive soft spots are, where I can find the weaker corner, how I can find the weaker corner without even saying go. Like you can just tell off the muscle who's the worst corner, who you got to pick on.
Do you think that actually matters in terms of someone that started playing quarterback their whole life and they never switched positions, so they wouldn't know what it's like to play on the defense or to play at any other position than quarterback? Do you feel like somebody that played more positions is more well off?
Like they can be, but at the same time, you don't really have to. Like if you have a mindset to where you like to watch film, you like to interpret the defense, then it should just come natural as a quarterback.
And then I was gonna ask, specifically with your game, if there was a player, it could be pro, they could be retired, it could be college. Is there anybody that you say you would model your game after the most?
Yeah, I probably say a lot, but probably Russell Wilson. Just
I was gonna guess that.
Just because like he's able to run, but like he don't really have to showcase it all the time. He's more of a thrower, which is I feel like that's a part of my game too. Like I'm not a running quarterback, I guess.
Right.
Like last year I ran the ball maybe like 20 times, like the whole season. I was just more of a sit back, just throw it, and then it was in my bag if I had to.
Right. That's always the mark of a successful quarterback that can run is it has to be the second. It doesn't have to be the second option, but having it in your bag, available to utilize, but having the undermount option is throwing is always.
So what's your favorite part of the game? Is it like preparing, watching film, practice, game time? Like what is it?
Probably preparing, because it just feels like when you can watch film and figure a team out, and then you be able to go on Fridays and execute, it just feels really relieving. Like when we played against Perry last year, we made one play just for Perry, and it worked, and it just felt good.
What was this play?
It was, what did we run? I want to say it was like 4 receivers on one side, and it was a power to me or I'm throwing the flat, and they just had to figure out how to stop it.
Okay. Talk about like what's one of your favorite plays like running in school? Is it like a trick play or what is the play that when the coach calls it you like, oh yeah,
you light up, you're like, oh yeah, this is money. What's the money play?
Pin, post. Just the post, it just feels like every time I throw a post, I just feel like we can score every time.
Yeah, for sure.
So the post is your favorite route to throw?
Yeah.
Why? Besides the fact that you feel like you can score every time.
It just feels like you can just beat them over the top with your arm. Like it don't even have to be necessarily a good receiver, I guess. But if you put the ball where it needs to be, then
you feel like it's a deep route that can get the receiver the most open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can take inside leverage on the corner and get over top of safety.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious because last week we talked a little bit with Cole about rivalries in Arizona high school. Obviously the big one that comes up is Chandler Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that one. Who is Basha's rival? Like
Perry.
Oh, is it? Okay. Is that the team that Basha has to win and
every year?
I've never heard that actually.
Yeah, that's the
actually kind of. I mean, I know the Premier region is pretty all like.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. So that's who you're headhunting for every year.
We lost 5 years in a row before last year because the Purdy brothers ran us for however long, and then we had our first one last year, and we're just trying to ride that out.
No, definitely. I think, is there another team or game that you are also circling on the calendar or hope that you cross paths with?
Probably. I like to play against the best of the best. So Hamilton, Chandler, Saguaro. That's what I feel like.
So the Open is definitely where
It's gonna be something this year for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I think the opening since starting has definitely helped out Arizona high school football because before that it was kind of everyone knew that Saguaro, Centennial, and Chandler were going to win 5A, 6A, 4A. So it was just having the opening and having the best go against the best is really where people end up shining and providing more awareness
and it's bringing the
who they are.
competition level up. Like the mindset of the players is like, all right, we're gunning for the bed. We don't like Saguaro doesn't have to worry about playing whoever they're gonna kill in the 5A state championship. Like they can like worry about somebody that they like something significant, and that's always good for the competition.
So that's one thing that I always thought about is like once they brought up the Open, does that mean that like the 6A, the 5A, and the 4A champions after the Open are those legitimate? I think they're legitimate, but it's like, would you be okay with winning one of those conferences?
Yeah, like would you be okay with winning 5A and having Saguaro go on and play Chandler in 6A?
It depends. It depends.
You don't want it.
It depends.
Yeah, but obviously the goal for Basha and everybody is to win the Open, right? Yeah. That should be the main goal. No one's going into like, okay, we want to miss the Open and we want to get the 6A title.
Yeah,
nobody's nobody's doing it. No, definitely. As far as your recruitment, are you thinking of providing a milestone of hey, this is my top 5
at some point?
Yeah, I do intend on making about a top 5, top 10, depending on how many offers I have at the time that I do make it. But I mean, I feel like it all depends on how many offers I do have. But if it's not nothing crazy, like let's say I don't get an offer from now until the time I want to commit, then it'll probably just be narrowed down to something small.
Let's say this: is there a school, instead of asking you what school is the front runner, is there a school that has offered you right now that you would go to, like that obviously you would go to, but like are you looking for a school beyond the offers that you have, like, oh yeah, I would really want that offer, and if it comes in I'll go there, because there are players that are like that? Or did the collection that you have right now, you're solid with one or two of them and you feel like you could attend those schools?
Yeah, about one or two in the collection I have right now I think I'd be able to go to. But there is like other schools, like I really like Tennessee and Alabama. Like I really like the SEC schools, get out to the South. But right now, probably with the people that I have right now, the one or two would probably be TCU and Louisville.
What do you feel like you have to do to get the offers that you want? Like, do you have a set goal? Like, okay, this is what I have to do in this amount of time to get these offers that I want.
I just got to outperform myself every year. If I just set the standard with my freshman year. So if I do a better season than I just did, then I just feel like it'll just keep trickling on.
Exponentially growing. Absolutely.
Yeah, and speaking of SEC and having that competition, we know that SEC, as of right now, is probably the best conference and only getting better. We asked Cole this, we asked Keon this, like, what type of player are you? Do you embrace competition and want to go to the best and be the best of the best? Yeah. Or do you want to dethrone the best?
A little bit of both. Like, I feel like if I went to a Bama or something like that, it just feel like you throw into 5 stars all over the field. But then you go to let's just say like a Baylor or something, and then you get those almost the same athletes, and they just keep building up to where they are 5-star recruits, and then you end up knocking off a Bama. Yeah. Then it's like it feels more significant than Bama beating North Carolina. Yeah,
for sure. And speaking of Alabama, have you had a chance to watch Bryce Young?
Yes, I watched him a lot when I was younger, when he was in high school.
Do you think your game is very similar to his?
I think so. Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Because he's like, so for those of you who haven't watched Bryce Young, one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the pocket. Have you taken anything from like that, or do you try to get things from everybody's game and try to?
I do take a lot from everybody's game, but last year, mainly looking at his like senior film, like when he played against Bosco, when he played against all these IMG, like all these bigger schools, you could tell he had to get the ball out fast. Mm-hmm. So when I watched that, when they came out here and played Centennial, and he just got the ball out like it was nothing. It was just like, bad. Yeah.
No, I didn't have a chance to watch Bryce Young. He's very unconventional when it comes to like quarterback mechanics. So when I had a chance to actually watch him at the All-American game, I was stunned at how good he was and how accurate he was, how quick his release was. Is that something that you want to do as far as like playing for the All-American game? Do you want to go to one of those games?
Yeah, I'd love to play in either the Under Armour or the Adidas one.
Do you got a preference?
Nah, I don't. I'd rather probably go to the Adidas game, but it don't matter.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think both of them are going to be good.
Yeah.
Obviously, both of them are good every year. I've had a chance to go to that one with Adidas. That one is definitely pretty cool in Texas. But again, going to Florida to play for the Under Armour game, it's not second tier by any means. It's still
Right.
a great game. So, so what's next, man? What have you been doing this whole summer, getting ready for the season?
Just been training with Gio, going out to these visits, going out to look at colleges, camps, stuff like that.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I meant to bring that up. So during these visits, how is that experience? Like the official visit? Well, you haven't. It's been unofficial.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Well, it's just like it's really our first impression. Like I like to take schools off their first impression. So if they come at me with a lot of energy, with a lot of they want me so early, it just feels like they'll stay with me until whenever I want to commit.
Okay, so schools that are watching, if you want D to go to your school, when he comes for the unofficial, have a marching band
That's
out
what I'm
there.
saying. You need to pamper. You need to treat him. You better have a full course buffet with everything.
I need a banner out there with his name on it, and then in the stadium, you got to have his name all on the Megatron.
You gotta have someone pick him up at the airport. I need the limo.
Now, would
all
that
that.
be it? Would that be like, okay, they got the whole marching band out here. They got the whole city out here waiting for me.
That'd be something.
That'd be OD.
There you go, schools. You got the answer. That's how you get them to go to the
That's the perfect pitch right here for D.
Right.
for sure. So, no, we definitely appreciate having you on this podcast. I know that you've had a chance to kind of watch what we do here. I know we're closing in on some time, and I know you're a competitive person, right?
Are you more competitive than Cole though? Because Did you see that? Did you see that game? That was an L on my part. I took an L.
Yeah, that was
So
intense.
if you less competitive than Cole, I think I'm cool. Then I feel like I got a shot.
I don't know.
Okay,
We'll see.
well, I'll pass it on to AC to talk about the rite of passage here with the King of the Game podcast.
So we got a tradition on the podcast. The guest has to go up against me in some kind of competition. I'm 0-2 right now. I'm terrible. I was literally looking in the mirror this morning like you cannot lose on this podcast. And we're like, people are they're gonna say, yo, you can't be the host anymore. They're gonna kick you off. They gotta find a new host that would actually be able to beat the contestants. But I think we're gonna compete in a game of darts today. So you feel like you can beat me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we wanted to do darts
Oh,
specifically
we're not doing-
we're
yeah,
gonna
just
do
for
it.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, just for quarterbacks. So the arm accuracy, we know that you got that, and AC, he think he got that.
He got some athletic background of some sort in the past. So if
No, we do appreciate 5-Star Dive Bar and Grill for providing us the location to shoot the podcast, as well as the amenities here, as well as the gaming machines that we are going to use. So for those of you that are not tuned in to the YouTube video, make sure if you're listening on audio via Spotify, make sure that you do go on YouTube at King of the Game to watch the exclusive content of D taking on AC in darts. Until then, we will pass it on. For those of you, again, for audio, make sure you subscribe on Spotify. And then for those of you that want to look at the video portion, go to YouTube, King of the Game. D, do you have any closing words, or do you have your handles that you want to throw out there for social media?
I'll see y'all next month.
open in and out. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Whatever that means. Start game. Handicapping. That's what I need.
No. All right, here we go.
Shoot.
So there's a line right there.
Is there like a timer?
Everybody got to. Okay, wait, who's going first?
Go ahead.
Okay? Host first. Go ahead. Oh.
You can't tell me that first shot wasn't clean.
Okay.
Off the muscle. Oh, I forgot this has nothing to do with getting it. It has to do with getting the score. Remove darts. What? Oh, we are playing against each other. And someone went too soon.
Oh, because yours didn't stick?
I have 4 players on mine.
We all have 4 players.
I think.
So the AC was already doing his thing.
Yeah, I was doing damage, and they had to. They tried to switch the game on me. They couldn't want me to win. It's all good.
So is that a win?
Is it king of the game? Y'all tell me. Is that a win for AC? Is it? Did he get his first win?
Nah, man, we going to the Old Faithful here. AC needs to redeem himself.
No.
So we're gonna have the host go first. Put the pressure on.
No, guest go first. Guest go first.
Oh, guest go first.
Guest go first. Guest go first.
I mean,
I got the one.
okay.
I feel like going second is the key.
Oh, you trying to get an advantage?
I'm trying to get that juju.
You doing classic?
We're going classic.
Main one, you see.
We got the form already.
Oh. Oh, sure.
Oh. Oh, we might have a new record. Oh.
Why didn't they bounce it out?
Might have a new record. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a new record. That's crazy. Hey, see, you need to be working on your form right now, man.
I might as well. I gotta buy a machine. Start practicing.
Hey.
We can just call it.
Okay, yeah, that's
We can just call it episode and say, look, you won.
50. Hold on.
Just like that. I was gonna say.
What-
I was locked in, like I just said. Like I don't do that talking. You feel me? Let's get locked in.
Any word for Keon? You broke his record. You know, his was 39. You know, you got.
This is what I do at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Might have to have a king of the game. You know, pop a shot competition. 50. I didn't even know it go up to 50.
Stop gassing.
Oh
my
man.
God. I don't even know if it
I
goes.
try to let you go
Oh
first,
my
man.
goodness.
I try to let you go first.
Watch me put up 51.
Okay.
Damn, I can't even grab the balls. Pause.
D, what you think on the form? Okay, this is better than your last one for sure.
Stop.
Not for real.
Damn, I just can't not get it.
Oh.
That's wild.
Okay, that's respectable, man. Okay, that's respectable. That's
Crazy.
respectable.
I got 49. They hold me. Good game. That's called.
Hey man, D, we appreciate having you on the podcast. Any last words for the people?
I don't got nothing.
AC, you redeemed your 46 is not a bad
I was
score.
right there. And the last one, y'all saw it go in. That's 49. That's 49.50. I mean, if we did it again, I feel like I'm winning this one. So.
So what you expecting the next time, man?
Oh, dub, for sure. See this one? Like James.
Check that. I'm just gonna go ahead and call out Keon. Actually, I'm gonna need you to come out here and we're gonna run this the next time.
Oh, okay. Oh, AC.
I'm not in this. I'm not competing.
Keon, there's a challenge right here.
You heard it here first.
Oh yeah, you heard it here first, man. We gonna make it happen. All right.